Yeah. Hey everybody, it's the program. Here we are on TV. Once again, once a day, every day. We turn on the machines and then we start talking.
For an hour.
Yeah. We're going to be here for the whole hour today again. And it's Sunday today.
Yeah, it is Sunday because I was at church today, and that's the only thing that I did in getting out in the world, other than walking to the studio today. I've been in a weird sort of headspace, and yeah, it's I guess in one capacity I guess I'm doing okay, but in another capacity I'm still kind of like um uh hurting from the ramifications of this dog fight, I guess.
What, Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie and Tara. This at this point last week, I noticed that Tara was still feeling kind of down and whatnot, and so I just kind of looked.
That's what you think, though.
Well, I think that I'm
why do you think you have this psychic connection between the dogs? I think you're projecting into the dog.
No. This is pretty much just what happened when I was able to kind of bond with the dog and touch her, like on her head or whatnot, and try to feel for her wounds a little bit. Not that she was really badly torn up, but
Does she have a bite?
yeah, she has some marks on her, and just they're really superficial. They would be Ashley made some sort of comment about as we got out of Top Foods parking lot, because she wanted to buy stuff for the next morning. She wanted to go to work and stuff and have breakfast or lunch already made, and so that's why we were heading out of Top Foods at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. That was the only 24-hour store that I'm aware of, and any 24-hour store that happens to be in West Olympia, because Safeway is closed. And she first said Safeway, but it was closed at 1 o'clock. That you would, there's some sort of like root thing or whatever, like ginger root or something to like some sort of herbal thing to heal wounds, like home remedy. And but anyway, as I was feeling the dog's wounds, she kissed me on my nostrils.
The dog.
Yeah. And I kind of lost it right there with her, and for a split second, through my tear-soaked eyes, she kind of recoiled a little bit, but afterwards, she laid on my hand for like half an hour or something like that, and so.
Oh, you missed the dog.
Well, not that I just miss the dog, but I understand, like, the dog's pain to a certain degree.
I think you're putting too much into the dog. The dog is not thinking as much as you are, and I think you're projecting into this dog you're not like some kind of dog psychic, you know.
Well,
maybe it seems like you are, and you've put a lot into this, and you think that the dog is gone. You feel that you miss the dog, and I think it's gotten into your head that way, and not like your dog psychic.
It kissed me on Sunday, and
Yeah.
I had like a couple of more days to kind of get over this fact, but she and I, seem to have reached a little bit of an understanding.
What, you and the dog?
Yeah, in terms of like, hey, do you want to walk with me and Charlie? And she would be like, no, not so much, at least in body language.
Again, reading into the dog's body language, like you know what the dog is thinking.
She would be excited if I went for my keys and my leash, but she would kind of be a little bit more hesitant and stick closer to the computer once I mentioned Charlie, like repeatedly, and then it was like, okay, no can do, Uncle Carl.
I think the dog is picking up on what you're thinking, and if you're thinking the same thing about maybe the dog will know you're thinking that, and then the dog's seeing you.
Well, I wasn't trying to suggest to her.
Yeah, but you don't. That's what you think. But I think the dog can sense that you're being hesitant, and not that the dog is knowing what you're saying. I think it's your own language speaking to the dog, and then the dog is like interpreting what you're saying. It gets in this dog loop where you're projecting the dog, and the dog knows what you're thinking. You don't know what the dog's thinking. The dog knows what you're thinking. So whatever you're thinking, that's what the dog's going to be thinking too.
This is all a matter of personal opinion, I guess.
But it's true.
Or it could be true from your angle.
It's true in general.
Yeah, but I have not.
You're a dog psychic.
Well, I was actually trying to get a streaming clip since this event, like Sunday, Monday, early Tuesday morning, but no, it had been late night Monday or Sunday that I just went to my iPad and tried to find some sort of streaming clip on the Horse Whisperer, with Robert Redford, just so that I could actually kind of see, if there was like something.
You're becoming the dog whisperer.
Well, maybe that I would be able to look at the Robert Redford movie and say, I was actually doing that myself before I watched this movie, if that makes sense. Like, I was able to connect to an animal.
Did it work out?
Well, I don't know.
Did you learn anything from the movie clip?
No, I wasn't able to find a streaming clip anywhere.
You couldn't find a single clip
on
YouTube?
No. That's really weird because I was able to find Armageddon, the full movie of Armageddon on YouTube, and some lawyers are working harder than others, I guess.
I bet you could find at least some of that movie on there.
Well, I tried. I guess I'll have to try it again in a couple of days or whatnot. The reason I left for church to go back home is because I was in I've been in this soggy mood. I'm sure you maybe everyone out there that's watching this video right now can understand how awful one feels once they are like bedridden. And
well, like Mr. Ginsu?
Right.
Yeah,
like Mr. Ginsu.
Mr. Ginsu is a horrible feeling. he has a bad back. You made a dog sad.
Well, yeah, but
potentially.
I noticed that Ashley asked me to watch the dog again, and I've been just refusing all kind of.
No, well, you can watch the dog.
No, well,
You gotta watch that dog again. You love that dog. I saw you.
I can't.
You
I can't
can't?
anymore.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
You can. You love that dog, Carl. You gotta do it again.
I'm not
believe in
gonna
you.
disappoint her again.
No, you won't disappoint her again. You didn't disappoint her last time. You're putting it to yourself into it. You did such a good job with that dog. You love that dog, and the dog give you a kiss, Carl. You can do it. You can do it.
I'm not gonna.
Viewers, call in. Tell Carl that he can do it.
Man,
You gotta watch that dog, Carl. You're gonna get your own dog. You love that dog. You can do it. If I hear that you're not doing this, I'm gonna tell you every time you can do it.
Well, that would be one of our banters that we would be able to express on the program.
You're doing it.
That's
it. You got to do it, Carl. You love that dog. I saw you. You love that dog more than anything I've ever seen you love, and you can do it. You didn't let anybody down. You're letting yourself down right now, and you're putting yourself in a loop.
Well,
you didn't let anybody down, and she's asking you to do it again. There's nobody you let down.
She is going with someone else. So.
Oh, she already is? You already said no too many times?
No. Ashley had asked me a number of different times. Within the 24-hour period. As often as you're doing now. Hello. And I just had to read, at least read the messages and not engage them at all. And the reason I'm not engaging in the messages at all is because it seems to me that at least in Facebook, at least for me personally, when people are not, when they're just reading text on the words on the screen or whatnot, and not one's body language, that gets a little problematic, at least in terms of actually conveying what's going on between the two parties, and so I'll pick this back up after we write our number on our hands for the dice game.
Sometimes when heavy stuff happens, and then it's funny to play the dice game, but here we go. We got our own pens today. Alright, I got a number. Here we go. Doing this thing.
I lost.
I also lost.
I
so you
have
missed your chance to watch
4.
the dog again, because you gotta get that dog back. Man. I know you like the dog.
No,
you didn't let her down on.
Yeah. I'll let the chance just pass on me by, and when Ashley called me,
you gotta get back on that horse. Bad things happen, and you can't let one bad thing ruin your life.
Well, I don't know that it's just one bad thing, but
yeah, it's just one bad thing. What's the other thing? It's only that one thing, right?
Well,
and now you're feeling so bad about this. Something happened in 2 seconds, and then you're getting in this loop about it. You got to get out of it. You're stepping into your loop, into you're thinking about the sadness, and you think the dog is sad, and then you're in this thing, and you think everybody's hates me or something, right? Or is that what you're thinking? And there's a loop like that, but it's not what's going on. It's all in your head.
Well, anyway, Ashley.
Anyway. Not gonna address this.
Ashley called me around 11:30 this morning, and I was at church. It was somewhat ironic that there was some sort of service, part of the service that ended, then the sermon about the whatever the topic was, about Martin Luther King, or something about the Montgomery boycott bus thing. That started up. I noticed that my phone was buzzing in my pocket repeatedly, and it was ironic that Ashley called me at that moment, that that you had the transition about one part of the church service to another part, and
I'm not seeing the irony.
well, she made me prayer beads, and she
Coincidental.
well, she called me as the prayer was ending.
Oh, okay. So
And,
it was a good coincidence.
maybe it was a free coincidence.
That's not what irony really is. But yeah.
Well, but I tend to read more stuff into, obviously, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, okay, well, I will just like go home, because I'm
You left church early?
no.
Oh, okay.
I stayed for two services, but I was like, not being able to think comprehensively. I would when after this I would go to a board game group, and usually at the board game group it requires all of your concentration and then some to beat some of these board games, like maybe not Carcassonne, but some other board games, and I didn't feel mentally up to it, in terms of strength capacity, because of course,
Mental strength?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to bed, and went to my apartment, fell into bed, and lo and behold, the hours just kind of was able to kind of melt on by, like it wasn't, like I was getting some amount of sleep that maybe I needed.
You're not
In
sleeping
the
enough?
well, I well, so I was like, well, I was
Well, you sleeping?
looking
You woke
for.
up from sleep, yeah?
I was looking for different concepts of art that I could project for my next few images after this current sunset picture with a mistake on the lake that I'm calling the mistake. And it's not really not a mistake, but you got these colors from midnight blue through rose all the way to just barely you could see yellow in a couple of different places. That it's really not, the picture itself is not a mistake, but it's titled the mistake because of what is there front and center. When when I was trying to get other images to look for, I was like looking for
It's info time.
stay tuned for more of what I meant to say.
Info time.
Here are our answers to some frequently asked questions about the program you're watching right now. It's called Your Daily Hour with me. It's a call-in television talk show on the radio that's recorded right here in Thurston County every day of the year. It airs every night, 11:30 p.m. on Channel 22 and 2 a.m. on Low Power FM. Each episode broadcast a week after was taped. You're watching this on TV at 11:30 p.m. This episode taped the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped the same month of the previous year. You could also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384, and we'll leave you a message from on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in, and now back to the program.
Yeah.
So I was up until 2 o'clock this morning trying to look for imagery that would jog my mind. Either indirectly or somewhat directly that would give me an idea. My heart has been doing somersaults.
Yeah, because you're in a mind loop.
Well,
you gotta step yourself out of that.
It's been more than just like a week, so.
Yeah, you've been in this race. It's been a while. You're in this loop for a while. You gotta step up out of the week.
I would say like 3 weeks or a month. You know, I mean, give and take. You know. But
for what? 3 weeks or a month of what?
My heart would be doing somersaults within my chest or whatever, and it's like, come on, pipe down, it's
that's
like
you're in a mental loop. I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
Well, 3 months ago, I never knew that Charlie and Tara were fighting, but 3 months ago, I guess I was on something else.
3 months ago?
Or
like
3 weeks.
Week.
3 weeks.
Week.
Yeah, this was last week, but I'm talking about 3 weeks ago, or like maybe even a month ago, or something like that.
Did you watch them on the past too?
No, not Charlie and Tara, not jointly, not like this. Yeah,
don't worry
capacity.
About that stuff. You really don't worry about that stuff. You're getting into your head too much. You're in a loop. Nothing is wrong. Nothing ever was wrong. You decided something was wrong, and now it is. And now you're in a loop telling yourself, and nobody else said anything was wrong. Definitely those dogs didn't either. You're thinking the dogs are talking to you too, but that's yourself. And
well,
you're in the self-perpetuating loop of sadness.
Well, it's not just a loop.
It is.
I've told you about the baguette, that Charlie ate in my car.
Yeah.
After being gone for like 2 minutes. If I was thinking about what if Tara knew that was food too. I would come to something far worse than.
No.
Well, I could have.
They were fine. Nothing was even going to happen that time. The one time anyway. I think you're exaggerating even the incident was your place in the first time. You're in a loop. You got to believe me, and you'll get out of it. But if you don't accept that you're in this loop, you're going to be in it. So believe me and get out of it. Quit making excuses about it. That's what you keep doing. I'm saying you're in it, and then you're giving excuses why you're not in it. I'm telling you, you are.
Are we bantering yet? Anyway, yeah, I was.
You believe me yet? Because if you don't take my advice, I think you're going to be stuck in this loop, and then you can step right out of it, and you can get out of it yourself, and you don't need to be worrying about it.
Well,
Just think about it and don't do it anymore.
Well,
don't get in this loop. Get out of the loop, and you'll be fine. There's nothing wrong.
I could have taken the opportunity to watch the dog today, or last night.
Because you're in a loop.
Well,
but you're stuck in a loop. You're stuck in this loop that you've created yourself, and so you can't do anything. You're shutting yourself down for no reason.
Or
no ors. It's what's going on. I'm telling you. Or something else. Something that's going to keep you in this loop. Or maybe my loop is validated and I should stay in this loop of sadness and shut myself down. Is that what you're about to say?
I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of, for any of those, what, 2 or 3 of you that occasionally tune into this program.
Yeah, Joe.
In general, that are also trying to send me messages on Facebook. Well, now you know that,
That you're gonna be available tomorrow. You're gonna get out of this loop. Is that what you're saying?
well,
Yes. Yes. Get out of this loop. You're gonna just, you're disappointing.
There's a.
Yeah, you were so worried about letting people down. You're letting people down now by being in this loop and by saying no to people, by turning people down like that. She wanted to help with the dog again. That's when you let people down. You said you thought you let her down last time. You're letting her down this time.
Well, yeah, that's true because if I give it off to someone else's hands, then at least someone else is not gonna fuck up like I did.
You didn't do anything wrong. You gotta believe it. Nothing went wrong, and there's nobody to. Nothing has gone wrong, and you're saying something didn't. It's in your own mind. You think you can read the dog's mind, and the dog is sad, but it's all in your mind. I'm telling you that there's nothing you did wrong, and you should get over it because nobody's blaming you for anything. The only person who thinks you did something wrong is yourself. And if that's the case, then you can say that you didn't do anything wrong. You have the power to do that.
Well, maybe I do.
You're blaming yourself for a problem that you've created, and then now you're shutting yourself down for it, and you think that other people know about your problems, but they don't. Nobody else knows what you're thinking. It's all in your head. These problems are all in your head, and since nobody else has a problem, then you can let it go.
Right. Well, nevertheless, I do have a Facebook banner thing on the very top of my page that has 3 people with cell phones, and I should talk because I have a iPod Touch around my neck that I use to jog. I have a phone. I have a secondary phone at home that I purposefully left there because I just wanted to kind of process my grief a little bit.
Your self-created grief.
Well, yeah. Well, yes. Perhaps, no, but
yes.
Anyway, the picture says at the top, deadly because I think it's deadly, and it's deadly to the mind, deadly to the earth, or deadly to society. If people are unable to read nonverbal communication, eye twitches or whatever else, and just people are texting 24/7. I don't know that a whole lot is accomplished. So, I kind of want to secede myself from Facebook.
Well, that's probably a good idea in general, but yeah.
And just kind of deal with people on face-to-face conversation.
You can't always do that, but at least you gotta people gotta communicate. You can use it as a communication tool, something to lean on for your life, but it's definitely a good way to talk to each other. It's just for communication things. Not like if you're doing, if you're saying information, then there's no body language to be read. If you're just like, this time, this place, or can you yes or no questions kind of thing. Not like you're talking big philosophical things. You want to do that, you can do that in person. But if you're saying like small little things, it's a good, message system.
Well, sometimes I would even beg to differ with a yes or no question. Like somebody would say, yes, or
but what? No, but you're not talking
no.
anything that involves body language or not. It's like if you're doing like informational sharing on the thing, I think that's what it's good for. It's not good for trying to have a dialogue, trying to connect with people. You're never going to connect with anybody over that kind of thing. You need to be in person to connect with people. But if you want to just send information across the thing, then that works fine.
Yeah, to one degree or another.
To all the degrees. You're not agreeing with me on anything. You're just every time I say something, I'm not trying to get rebuttals from you. I'm telling you what's up, and you seem like you're pushing it out, and it's
yes, at some level of I probably used that hashtag wake up maybe far too often or too much, or
I don't even know what that is.
well, you know, like
Green pill?
no, like in anything, you know, involving
Purple pill? Hey,
well,
it's time for the dice game.
yeah.
Let's play the next dice game. You ready for this? You're falling down the shame hole or something. You gotta that dog loves spending time with you.
Okay, here's the second dice.
Nobody likes a whiner. Number 2. No, I lost again. Oh, I have a 1. What do you have today?
Not that you're too much a fan of this kind of thing, but you know, if there's news about fracking or whatnot, I would, you know, share that picture or whatnot, and attribute that sharing to wake up hashtag or whatever, because
Nobody's gonna get waking up over the internet for sure.
well, yeah.
Especially people, you're already preaching to choirs if you're doing that kind of thing anyway. Anybody who sees that kind of stuff, if you see it, like, it's the same thing with you guys are holding your signs downtown. People are going to drive by those signs, they're either going to say, I agree with that, or I disagree with that. You know, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, maybe I should change what I'm thinking after seeing that kind of thing. Nobody's going to change their thinking if they see some kind of internet thing or some kind of sign on the side of the road. Nobody's going to do anything about that. I don't know how you're going to get anybody to change their opinion like that, but you know, it's not going to be through passive signs, so that's for sure. Here's a message. It's Robin.
Hey everybody, it's Sean Canning. It's my brother's birthday today. You're cordially invited. Everybody's invited. There'll be movies outdoors. And then there'll be after dark. That's what that happens. And then before that there will be games. And before that there'll be food, and then after that will be food. You're all invited any time of the day. You can come starting now to 1 in the morning. Feel free to come. Hey, it's on the west side. You can call me for directions. 360-556-321. You know, yeah, okay. Goodbye.
You're entertained by this dumb voice. I think it's dumb.
Oh boy. Yeah. I came off to me like he's just gotten out of the tavern, I think.
Yeah, well, I think that's what he's trying to play. Sounds like he's doing like a joke voice, though. Very funny joke voice. Let's call that guy back. Anyway, maybe he's gonna say, hey, you're doing your voice again? I don't know what you're doing. Stupid voices. I don't know if maybe he thinks he's a funny guy. Even making funny voices. Some kind of comedian. You comedian? Like Carl here?
I've not been at Evergreen State College with Generation Friends for at least 2 weeks now.
Well, that's not that long. I'm sure comedians are on the, doing it every 2 weeks sometimes, so.
But it's summertime, so.
Let's see if they're gonna answer. It's kind of late. They may not answer.
Maybe he's enjoying the fireworks himself.
Fireworks are over. I saw them tonight. They were,
Or, yeah, but I mean, maybe he's, zoned out.
Hello?
Hello, it's the program.
Hi, it's my birthday
Happy birthday.
today.
To you.
Do you want to sing me happy birthday today?
It's a copyrighted song.
Happy birthday.
Oh, it's copyrighted. Can you sing it like a different, like make up a version of happy birthday?
To you.
I could. I don't want to sing.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, yeah, Carl's gonna sing a song?
Happy birthday to you.
That's a good song. There you go. You hear that? That was a really happy birthday song.
That's good. That's awesome.
Dear
This
Robin.
is Orion, by the way.
It's not Robin. It's somebody else. Your name is Ryan?
Ryan.
Yeah, I've been on the show like 2 times before, I think.
Oh, yeah? When was that?
I was on one time with my brother Sean, and we walked in, and he was playing accordion. He had played his show upstairs.
I remember that.
And then, I don't know, there's another time I like came in, I forget, but with some other people.
I remember that. Happy birthday. What are you doing for your birthday?
Right now, we're sitting in my backyard watching a movie on a projector on a sheet.
What movie is it?
It's After Hours, directed by Martin Scorsese.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, so it's gonna be cool.
Did you get?
We just started.
Did you get any gifts, or do you have any traditions?
I did. I have this tradition of having a party on my birthday.
That's a pretty common one,
Yeah, and so I had a little potluck at my house and played some games. And I got
party games.
I got some. Yeah, kind of like we played like a card game, and we played this game where you like flick bottle caps at other bottle caps that we kind of made up.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
It's called Battle Cops.
Battle Tops, yeah. What'd you get?
Tops.
What'd you get? Something good? You get a song? Your accordion brother sing you a song? He's pretty good at that stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got 2 action figures for my brother.
Oh yeah.
I got a bunch of money from my mom and my grandma.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
That's great, yeah. And I got this like young architect set where you could like build like a plastic house.
Is it like an erector set, or?
It's kind of like that. It's like a little building set with like a little building blocks, but they're like plastic walls, and you can like build the layout of a house.
That sounds fun. Are we interrupting the movie? You want to get back to your movie?
Yeah. If you guys gotta go.
Well, I don't have to go. I'm gonna be here for another 20 minutes or so, but it sounds like you're in the middle of the movie, and so.
Yeah. There's some other people here. It's like a whole backyard theater.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for calling, and
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yeah.
To you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
calling. Thank you for calling. He called in the first place. Happy birthday to you. It's like, it's the first line of the copyright happy birthday song anyway.
Well, hopefully with spaces. No one's going to get upset.
Nobody's going to get upset, but it's just like the same as the beginning of the song.
Hey there, buddy. Good, buddy.
Hey,
how you doing there? How you doing there?
Hey, buddy. How
you doing there? Good old buddy.
John forgot my name.
What? Good old buddy.
You forget my name, John?
What's called I'm at down at the lake there. They'll be having fireworks at 10 o'clock. Okay, why don't you come down
there it goes.
to the lake there and see the fireworks?
I saw them.
Give me a call on my cell phone. I'm not at home, so give me a call on my cell phone, 250.
Oh, John, come on.
John, no. La.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll call John on cell phone. Well, maybe I think we should listen to the other messages before that. What? Sai?
Sure.
Something's gone wrong?
Just another,
Hi, your day.
hard somersault, but it's okay.
Get over it! I told you, get over it. Nobody likes to whine. Here's
Hi, your daily hour with me. This is Joe Reilly, Carl's friend from somewhere.
Man.
It's fish day. I don't have anything to say about fish, but I was looking at I don't find them very interesting. But I suppose I could find them interesting if I was thinking about it more. But I was looking at the schedule, and I saw that you're going to have a board game day
for you,
on the 2nd of August. I would love to come on for that, but I'm going to be away then. So I was wondering if I could get you to switch that to Cephalopod Day. and then we could have a board game day another day, maybe later in August when I'm around. Because I enjoy board games a lot, and I feel like I could bring some real experience to the show.
Commercial break.
And Carl and I have a great...
Oh man, that's like Joe's gonna come on. We're losing it out.
Wow. New Moon Cafe.
Dance Oli Dance. Dance Oli Dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday of each month, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A, 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Brown Interior Limited presents Private Memories of the Skrill Meadow album 2014. Featuring the song Just Because. Private Memories. Double back. Private Memories from Skrill Meadow. Available at these fine retailers.
Gyroscopes
Coming up on the next episode of the program.
So there's like stable and stuff. Big, gigantinormous ones. So the ship doesn't rock with the waves. Makes its passengers sick.
Hey.
That's right. Okay, so on today's program, you will be hearing stuff about pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, the space probe Rosetta.
It's not a rerun from October. It's July.
What else are we talking about? A cat? What else? Something before that. I would say in some...
Who knows?
thing.
It's
That may
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. for last year's episode on TCTV, Channel 22.
Yes.
And you're...
So get over it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Get
Maybe.
over it. Nobody likes a whiner. Hiding is a form of whining to me, so get over it. But
Well, I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding from the program.
Yeah, you're here. I acknowledge that. Here's a
show, and Carl and I have a great chemistry.
No.
So that would be a lot
we
of
do.
fun. Don't call me back. Bye.
Oh, well, how are we supposed to arrange? Did you see him today? You didn't see him today, did you?
No, I didn't see him
Because
today.
you've been hiding.
Yeah. Well. Yes, and I was kind of hiding from a board game group today, only because I didn't have the mental strength.
Well, get the mental strength. You don't need the mental strength. There's nothing. When you're eating something, you can get it. Just do it. Just get the strength to do it. Just pull it out and don't be a whiner.
Strength
is something comes from within, and you have it in you. Use it.
Well, or I
watch Star Wars again. Don't you like Yoda enough?
have. Oh man.
Hi, Dr. Chitty.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dr. Chitty.
Hey,
This is Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
This is Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Dr. Chitty, can you turn it back? I need to talk. I need to talk to you. Bye.
Yeah, I think it's too late, Dan. Sorry.
420 store. They're in Lacey. I don't know where it is, but maybe you can use the Google machine to figure that one out.
Yeah. Well, here, let's call John Webster.
Or have your family members look it up for you or something.
You gotta watch that dog, Carl. The dog, you love that dog. I know you do. I saw it. And you didn't do anything wrong with the dog, and nothing happened. It's all in your head.
Right.
Don't fight it. I'm helping you. I don't know what's going on with this people. Oh, hello? Hello?
Hi,
John.
my name is John Webster.
Oh, boy.
That's the thing where he says his own number in the message that we just called. I know the number, John. I just called it. Chewbacca?
No, sure.
This is called. We're calling John's home phone now. See if he's gonna answer. He went. don't know if he's made it back from...
Fireworks.
Yeah. Hello? Oh, no. Something just went wrong with the connection there. Fish day today, though.
Yeah. Which is somewhat ironic. You have a whole bunch
It's not ironic. You gotta stop using the word ironic. It's not ironic. You keep
well, I don't know that we chose fish to land on a Sunday, but there's a lot of fish symbolism in Christianity.
There's a difference between coincidences and irony. You're using irony like you're saying coincidence. It's actually coincidence. Irony is more specific. It's not a joke. I'm telling you, irony is more specific. It's a coincidence. Irony is kind of like a coincidence, but it's more specific than a coincidence. And you got to say coincidence. You're talking about coincidences, not ironies.
John?
Hello?
Or
I don't know.
Maybe
something wrong with it.
So it's not a coincidence that.
No, it's a coincidence.
But I mean, you got various fish symbols within the Christian church.
Jesus fish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fish day, so maybe it's like that. Maybe some people eat fish on Sundays. I think people eat fish on Sundays, or is that Saturdays because they can't eat like beef. You know, one of the religions.
I don't eat meat at all, so
Yeah.
I'm not even in that social circle.
But one of them couldn't eat beef. I think it's on Sundays, so they eat fish instead, and that's why they have the filet fish and stuff. So McDonald's. So
yeah.
what's with the Jesus fish anyway? I don't even know why. That's the symbol for Jesus. Maybe he fed people or something. I don't know. But it's kind of a cross. Is it? Could they say cross-eyed?
No, I think it's some sort of scriptures about feeding people fish and bread. But I'm not super high on that. The whole book thing, the Bible.
You're not high on the Bible. Did you ever have any pets? Pet fish? I did.
Yeah. No.
No, I never had a fish tank.
My parents had a little baby shark, whatever, or shark that.
Sharks are fish.
Yeah. Yeah. In one capacity.
No, they are a fish. They're 100%. In all capacities, sharks are fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. It would be kind of hard to pet the fish.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to really pet any fish, but pet's not. It's a verb and it's also a noun, though.
I know. I know.
Mm-hmm. So no fish.
Oh man.
That
wasn't Chewbacca, by the way.
I had several goldfish. There was.
All at once?
Yeah, all at the same time and separately also.
Hi, Lucky Cool McDonald's. How may I help you?
Hey, McDonald's, do you guys have those fish sandwiches still?
The fish burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that called though? I forgot. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
The fish fillet?
Fish fillet. Oh, fillet fishing, right? Yeah. And they got that blue paper. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They got it. Fish fillets there, over there. The fish for Sundays. Fishing. I had several goldfish. We just always got the super cheap fish. But you had this. So were you living at the time with your parents? Because I guess you can say my parents had the fish too. But I think it still counts if you're living with your parents and the pet is there. It's your pet too.
Well, ironically enough, I kind of.
Let's see if this is a real irony this time.
Oh, well, I actually didn't know what I was doing, and so I killed this shark. And we were in the process of moving, and I don't know, there was like additional food that I could give.
What's the irony?
Well,
we're talking about this dog thing, and you.
Oh boy.
Is that what you think irony is? Then?
Well,
Because I don't think there's an irony again, so just no more irony stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't mean to say whatever I said.
You did mean to say it, but you just didn't. Like, you don't know what you're saying. I guess with the irony stuff. You killed the shark.
Oh, look at that! Yes.
How'd you do that?
Just like too much food or whatnot.
You overfed the shark. Carl, you know you're good enough and strong enough. You know you can do things. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. You know, nobody likes to whine. That's why. So, but I don't need to be encouraging like that. But you should be able to just get stuff done on your own. You don't need people's help. And if you keep doing this kind of thing, it's going to lead you into a spiral. Someone's gone weird with the phone. So what? 6, 5, 4, 2. Did you get any points? Because I didn't.
I have a 4.
So you won then, huh?
Apparently I won.
Apparently you did. Congratulations, you're the winner today. Does it feel good to win?
But Tara beat me again.
Yeah, but they're not here. You're I know you're all kinds of obsessed and into this dog so much that you watch the dog. There's not gonna be a problem. There's no problem with the dog. You gotta watch that dog. Get out of your circle of it's unbecoming.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, but you know, it's like I'm human and I don't want to let her down again.
You can you're too human. You can step out of yourself and realize what you're doing. You gotta, you know, take a walk outside your own shoes. You know, they say take a walk in somebody else's shoes, but just stop and look at your own shoes for a minute and realize what you're doing to yourself. Nobody else is doing it to you, and nobody else is blaming anything. It's all in your head. You don't seem to be believing me about that. Something's going wrong with the phone. I'm not being able to call. I'm trying to make this call to Dan Bennett, but it's freaking out.
I'm somewhat okay that it's mostly just me, you know.
100%.
Or
not mostly.
But you know,
No
okay.
buts.
Yes, it is more. It is 100% me in the actions I make.
No, it's all in your mind. There's no. Your actions are fine. Your judgment. You're thinking about the past and the things too much. You gotta get over it. There's nothing wrong. It's all in your circle. You're going in circles with yourself, and you're convinced that I'm not telling you the truth now too, or something like that. You're not believing me. You're going in the circles. The phones. You know, I've heard enough about your emotional downward spiral circles, Carl. You gotta get over it. You see anything on the news?
No.
No. How about on the streets?
No.
No street stuff because you weren't out in the streets.
Well, yeah, but you know, I haven't seen anything on the streets. You know, just kind of walked here, and I'll probably walk back home. And
how about fish? You have anything to say about fish?
I retch at seafood.
You don't like seafood? Did you not even eat seafood when you were a kid? How about seaweed? You can eat seaweed. That's vegetarian.
Yeah. Well,
some vegetarian. I mean, people say they're vegetarians. They can be pescatarians.
Yeah. Ashley actually gave me a package of seaweed. Like 2.5 months ago or something like that, whenever I last saw the dog before this, last week. And that seaweed was like sesame whatever, but true to form, someone on Facebook was like, everyone has an opinion about something. It was like, what kind of cost expenditures, with packaging and whatnot.
Once you already have it, though, it's all spent already. That's like if you're holding the package in your hand, like, doesn't matter where it came from or anything. So
Well,
You already have it. It's not like you're helping anybody by wasting.
I think his what he was trying to say was that it was actually the difference between packaging versus harvesting it for yourself or whatnot. But yeah, I actually kind of don't really like seafood at all, and this seaweed was pretty tolerable, until I maybe 6 or 7 wafer strips at a time. Then I could start to get a little bit of an idea of that negative attribute in seafood that I don't like, that I would be tasting in the sesame seed seaweed. Sesame seed seaweed. It was like sesame, like spiced or whatever. But generally speaking, when I see marine animals in the aquariums, I really don't like how they look either, and so I wouldn't know how how one like me specifically would kind of look at something that's being tasty. But then again, I haven't been with seafood in extended capacity where it was like, ooh, that's food, and I know that tastes delicious because I can make lots of flavors out of it, if that makes sense. People in Asia, maybe would know how to saute and whatnot.
Well, I think they eat seafood in a lot of cultures.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Then a lot of different cultures. Myself, kind of separate, apparently, maybe from this. My parents and my sister kind of enjoy seafood, but
You don't even eat any of that stuff anyway. You seem to be extremely picky when it comes to things to eat, which is okay. I don't know. I had a fish that lived for a long time. I got one of those little goldfish, and they were only 8 cents, and I bought one. And then we kept it. My family grew it, and it grew big, and it lived for years, and like 6 years or something like that.
Wow.
And it's supposed to be fed. We're supposed to have fed it to a piranha or some. I don't know what eats those other feeder fish, like lizards or bigger fish or something.
Did you have it in one of those classic, goldfish,
It was in a pretty large tank with a thing.
Did it have a bubble machine?
Yeah, it did. Oh, well, I'm trying to call Dan Bennett, but the computers are freezing up on me. But it's the end of the show. We made it through a whole episode of the program without losing consciousness or dying. I almost came pretty close today, I think. Maybe Carl was even closer actually today. Though usually I'm the one that's gonna lose consciousness to pass out or die.
Or listen to my story.
Yeah, but Carl, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to make stuff up. So you gotta believe me and get out of this, step out of it. So I expect you to be out of this by tomorrow. And I don't know if you're assigned, but you can do it. You're in your own loop, and I'm telling you, that's in your head. And all you gotta do to end your pain or whatever that you think to be in is step out of this loop and take yourself out of it, and you'll be totally fine. I expect you to be better, and you can do it.
Thank you, Dan Bennett or Dan Dobler. Joe, and whoever else. Thank you, episode number 8. Brian, yeah. 11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m. on Channel 22, YDHWM.com. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Check it out. 360-836-4384. Leave us a message if you'd like. Crew, you want to be on the crew? You can if you want.
You're from FBI. TCTV, don't have to do anything, Ken, if you want. Liberty.com, second feeling, enjoy your fabulous. Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. Viewers and listeners, hell yeah, dog.
Woof woof.
Bye.